Story time: how my husband had me committed for 3 years, started a brand new life, took away my kids, all because he fell in love with our 25-year-old nanny.
When I tell you my jaw was on the floor after listening to this story, you guys are not ready. So this woman named Crystal was married to her husband for 12 years and they were together for 15 years. She grew up in the foster system and never met any of her family, whereas her husband grew up very wealthy and was from a good family. They eventually had 3 children together, and as her kids got a bit older, she decided to start working again, which her husband wasn't too happy about. Because of this, they hired a nanny to help out at home while they both worked. They ended up hiring a 23-year-old nanny, and it wasn't long until Crystal began noticing that her husband was flirting with the nanny. At first, Crystal brushed it off, but after some time, she began feeling sick, like consistently sick, to the point she thought she had some sort of illness. After going to the doctor several times, the doctor mentioned the possibility that she may be getting poisoned. Crystal laughed it off because in her mind, she couldn't think of anyone that would be poisoning her. She only lived with her husband, the nanny, and her kids. The doctor began running multiple tests on Crystal, and her husband began noticing that she was catching on to something. Mind you, at this point, Crystal's health has deteriorated so much, so her husband decided that it was a good idea to get a medical power of attorney over her, which essentially means he can legally make healthcare decisions on her behalf. It wasn't long until Crystal's husband drove her far away and admitted her in a facility and told her that she was going to stay there until she got better. Keep in mind, Crystal had no one to call. She doesn't have any family, so there was no one to help her. She spent 3 years in this facility and her husband barely came to visit. Eventually, he told her that he started a new life with the nanny. But around this time, Crystal was feeling better and she began confiding in one of the workers at the facility and told her that she believes her husband tried to take her out to be with their nanny. This worker believed everything Crystal told her and brought this up to the medical director in the facility, and Crystal lawyered up and was eventually able to get out of there. Now, you guys won't believe this, but during this time, Crystal's husband and the nanny were expecting a child and were also planning their wedding. Crystal's only goal was to get her kids back, so she snuck into her husband's home when he wasn't there and took the kids. But then he called the police. Eventually, it became a custody battle, but little did he know that it was going to be more than just that. He was found guilty for everything he did to Crystal, including trying to poison her and take her life, and now he's serving a 12-year prison sentence.